Hello, an old Man Zhandt here. You know, it's great to be back out at sea in the ocean. But I was wondering, what do you get when you add a ship full of Vikings who've been out at sea for the longest time in search of gold and honor and glory and fame and wealth? An island that's, it has a history behind it, and some bloodthirsty Danes. Well, if you ask me, that's the makings for a great story. What do you think? Now, as I remember it, the island was called the Enkens Sorgøy, or the Island of Widow's Sorrows. And the reason being is that it was a place that had a small church, or kind of like a shrine, where priests and widows would make a sojourn, a journey to once a year to offer, to make offerings for the dead husbands of warriors and people killed. Now, this was mostly the English, because of all the raids and stuff, and so many of their temples have been torn down. Well, of course, it was an ideal place for Vikings to raid whenever they could hear of a group going there, and because there would always be gold and silver and other offerings, right? So this caught the attention. Of one Thorbrand, our Norse hero, and it just happened to have, whenever I'm on a journey, I like to bring something along to read. So I just happen to have the story here in a book written by one of the old skalds, and I'll share it with you. Out from the distant north, the mighty Kolbjorn, the wrath of Tyr, came forth, on ocean steeds o'er the tide, to Oya for Enkens Sorgøy's shore did ride. From froth and foam upon rocks they roamed in quest for golden treasure. A host of Northmen, each man a warrior and champion, bold and fearsome, did they stride in search of conquest, glory, and pride. Down from the hills, warriors of the Dane king Arngrim came rushing, their war chants fierce, a storm of weapons summoning. Answered by spear storm, red wounds spat out blood, and great heaps of corpses lied in wait for the eagle and his henchmen. Sword and axe split helmet and shield. The sand and seashores foam turned red with gore. On the womb gush of corpses, the eagle raven made their fill, the meat and drink. As the son of Fornjordr raised the wind and gales of fury, and rain made the skies filled with tears, and the clashing of steel rang loud as thunder, the host met in a storm of weapons. Bravely they yielded no ground. The war shrieking of Kolbjorn's weapon shattered the Dane king's ring, and Arngrim crashed to the ground, his axe loosened from the earth of weapons, fallen to the rock. Once again, the sword blade of Kolbjorn sang its song, and felled the Dane king Arngrim, cleaving his neck and easing it of its burden. No Danestay of the sword was spared the fate of their king, and no seahorse of the Danes left on the seat of Solsi. Great honor and glory came that day to the war prince Kolbjorn, the Dane leader of henchmen, merciless destroyer. Yeah, so there you have it, the tale of the Battle of Enkens Sorgøy. So I wonder what you think. There's nothing like those old battles, huh? Brought many a good soul to while. Anyways, that's it for me, and time for me to get out of here. As I always like to say, have a good one, and skål.